Yo guys, what's going on, and welcome to this video today. Now, what I want to be speaking to you today about is how you can actually live like a millionaire without being a millionaire. And what I'm going to be doing is really speaking to you and trying to get into your head that you can have these nice things, these really nice houses, the Lamborghini if you want to, the nice holidays, without actually being a quote-unquote millionaire, and living like it's actually a lot cheaper than you think. So what I'm going to do today is break down for you exactly how much some of these things cost and speak to you through my dream lifestyle. And this is going to be a task which I'm going to give you at the end of this video, which I highly recommend you do. And if you haven't done this yet, after this video, don't be one of those people that watch a video, learn, and then don't execute on it. Go straight away after this video, stop what you're doing, and do this. It's very, very powerful and also very motivating when you realise you're a lot closer than you think. If you are new around here, my name's Brad Riley. I just want to say a massive thank you for watching me today. And if you are new, like I said, and you want daily business content, make sure to subscribe because I'm posting out a ton of free stuff for you. But one more thing as well, I woke up this morning feeling very, very ill, so if my throat's a bit croaky, I do apologise. I don't normally sound this raw, this sore throat like this. It's just because it's snowing in here in the UK, and when that's happened, everything goes into meltdown, including my body, because we're not used to the cold. Anyway, let's jump into it. So, the task that I want you to do, and go away and do, and what I'm going to show you now, I've got mine right in front of me in the book here, written down, is you need to go away and plan out exactly how much your dream lifestyle is going to cost you. Now, I'm not talking just rough, I'm not talking rough estimates, I'm talking exact to the penny, or to the nearest pound, you know, how much your dream lifestyle is going to cost you. Go and find your dream car, right? Audi R8, Lamborghini Aventador, a GTR. Go and find that car, go online, find a car, the exact one that you want. How much is it going to cost you to own that? How much is it going to cost you in monthly repayments? How much is the insurance going to cost? Your dream house. Go and find your dream house on Zoopla, on some of these housing websites. How much are the monthly repayments, right? Go and have a look. And you'll soon find out that it costs nowhere near as much to live a really luxurious lifestyle than you think. Now, you look at someone living in a £1 million home, driving a Lamborghini, the first thing you think is they've got to be earning 7 figures a year, easily, to be able to do that. Well, it's not the case, and to prove that to you today, I've got my notes here. Well, it's not my notes, it's actually written down. I wrote these down on the 22nd of November last year, so that was what, for about 3 months ago now. I wrote these down, and it is my dream lifestyle. And when I say everything, I want you to include everything here. From the bills, how much your bills are going to cost, how much you want to spend on holidays, clothes, whatever you want your dream lifestyle to be. Do not hold back. Where you think you'll be financially free and 100% completely satisfied, put it in there, right? You want singing lessons, you want drumming lessons, you want language lessons, you want to spend £1,000 a month on courses, put it in there and add it all up and get to the monthly figure. Now, what I'm going to do is go through some of mine here. I've got them all written down. What I'm going to also do is actually show you some of my dream stuff that I've actually gone out and found, and I'm going to chuck some pictures on the screen so you can see them too. So, the first one, which is huge for me, is a home. I'm a massive family person and I love my home, right? I'm a big home bug. I do love traveling so much, but I'm also a massive home bug. I like being in a nice area, and even from a little kid, I've always dreamed of having a really nice home where all the friends and all the family can sort of come over at once. You know, in the summer, all my friends can come over for barbecues. At winter, at Christmas, all my family can come over and they can all have a bed. You know, big kitchen, several rooms, you know, a garage, a nice driveway, all those things. And what I'm going to put on screen now is an exact example of my dream home, right? Now, everyone's different. If you want to live in central London, you want to live in LA, it's going to be more expensive than, for example, me, where I live right now in a village near Birmingham in the UK. House prices are pretty cheap. So for me, my dream home, the one I found, is 1.6 million. Now, if you look at London and a house for 1.6 million, you're going to get nowhere near as much. So you need to find out not what I want, not where I live, where you want to live, find it out and go and look at it. So this is the one on screen now that I really like. I really like the old style looking outside exterior, and then the sort of more modern interior mixed with some old. I'll show up some of the pictures now. For me, this is my dream home. It's massive. It's got a pool. It's got a hot tub. It's got a 3-door garage. It's got an annex in upstairs. So, like, for me, that would be perfect as like an office space. It's in the middle of nowhere. I live, like I said, I live in the middle of a village right now. I say Birmingham in the UK, it's like half an hour outside of, literally all around me is like countryside. I love that. I like being disconnected, close enough to things if I need to be, but disconnected enough if I also want to be. So this is my perfect home. Like, I looked at so many homes to sort of like, you know, the whole law of attraction, to sort of visualize where I want to be. That house for me is like a goals house. I've looked at loads. If that house was 5 million, I'd also be putting it on there. The fact it's 1.6 million as opposed to like 10 million is just because that house is perfect for me. It's literally my dream home. It's close to me. It's the exact house that I'd want to move in. Now, the monthly repayments on that are £7,500 a month. So what I've done, right here, you can see the mortgage repayments. I don't know if it's going to focus. £7,500 for this £1.6 million home. Now, do that. A lot of these home websites, you can scroll down to the bottom and you can see the monthly repayments. It will tell you. If not, literally Google a mortgage calculator. Or if you don't want to get a mortgage, you want to rent. Look, you know, see how much it is per rent per month. Write it down. Next, bills. I've never lived in a house that big, right? I don't know how much the bills are. I've probably massively shot over. I've put £1,000 a month. Another thing you want to do here is never underestimate, always exaggerate what you're going to spend your money on, because the chances are you want a bit of a leeway, you want a bit of gap, all right? So always over exaggerate this, because if you come to achieve it, you're only going to be more comfortable as opposed to like really scraping by. So I've chucked £1,000 on bills. You know, the place has got a pool, it's got a hot tub, it's got a big massive kitchen, it's got loads of rooms. The bills are going to be expensive, right? Probably not £1,000 a month, but they're going to be expensive. So I chucked £1,000 on there. I'm going to want the best internet, all that kind of stuff. Put it in there. Next, food. Now, to be honest with you, I lived at university with my girlfriend for like literally 3 years, right? I know what it's like to live off of £7 a week on food and get by just fine. Bulking things out. So I put here £500 a month on food. Realistically, for me and my partner, £500 a month on food is a lot of money. We probably wouldn't spend that, but again, I'm overshooting it. You know, especially if I'm really well off, I want to have nice quality food. I really enjoy my food. I'm a massive foodie, so does my partner. I want to eat healthy, so you know, £500 a month for food is probably quite realistic, if anything, over-exaggerating. The next thing I've put on here, now, another thing that will probably interest you massively, Audi R8. Now, I could have put Lamborghini on here. I could have put Rolls Royce. I absolutely, for the past like 5 years, probably even more than that, I love Audi R8s. If you literally said to me right now, Audi R8 in front of me or a Lamborghini, even now I could take the Lamborghini and sell it off for a couple £100,000 more, I would take the R8. I think they're beautiful. Every time I see one, I really, really want one. I'm not a massive car person, I never really used to be. With an Audi R8, I'm a huge car person. I absolutely love them. So for me, my dream car is an Audi R8. I don't care about anything else. As long as one day I can have my Audi R8, my goal is complete. Now, I've looked online, I found the exact one that I want. I'll put pictures on the screen now. This is literally the exact Audi R8 that I want. Obviously, when I come to buy it, this one's probably not going to be here, but you know, if I can find one similar to that, it's only going to be roughly the same price. So it's going to be £1,500 a month. And then I've also actually gone through and did insurance as if I was buying it today. And my insurance is £500 a month. So my total for the car is £2,000 a month. So same with you. What car do you want to drive? Do you want to drive 3 cars? Do you want 2 cars? What do you guys want? What is your dream lifestyle? Do you want to drive a Rolls Royce and an Aventador? Well, go online, see how much the monthly repayments are, put it on there. Let's say you are not a car person at all. You literally do not care, but you want like a half decent car, like maybe a Mercedes or a BMW. You know, that's going to cost you maybe £500 a month to rent and lease or something like that. Look online, find the car that you want. Like, even if you want to drive an old banger, just put it on there. Like, if cars don't motivate you, but a nicer house does, everyone's different. Go away and put it on there. Travel. Me, guys, like, if I had it my way, like, literally, I would, because I'm a massive home person as well. I really want a nice home, but I want to be at least traveling 1 place a month. Like, that's my goals. I'm quite lucky because my girlfriend's a nurse. She works very long hours, but the beauty of it is, and she works very hard, she only works 3 days a week, but the 3 days she works, she's literally, from the second she wakes up at 4 AM in the morning to when she gets in at 9 o'clock at night, she's in work mode. But what that also means is she gets 4 days off a week. Now, I've booked for us and I'm taking us both to Amsterdam next month. She hasn't had to book any holiday off for that because the way her shifts have fallen, we've been able to get 4 days off. So for me, it's fantastic because, you know, she's got her own career, she loves her own career, she's very career driven, she loves her job. But it also means that even though she's got a job like that, it doesn't limit me and her for traveling, because she does get a lot of days off together and she gets a lot of holiday per year. So travel's massive for me. I've put £1,500 a month on travel. Now that is a lot of money on travel. Like, you know, realistically, especially like, you know, if we got 4 days off, for example, realistically, am I going to be going to like Japan for 4 days? Well, from the UK to Japan, it's a long flight, you know, jet lag, probably not. But probably like to Amsterdam, which is like a 40 to 50 minute flight or an hour flight. You know, somewhere like Germany from the UK, even Switzerland. So you're only ever within a couple hours of somewhere good in Europe. So flights are very, very cheap. Like I think when I booked flights to Amsterdam, they were literally only £100 each. That's not a lot of money, really, if you can consider like compared to flying that all the way across the world from like to Australia or something. It's a lot cheaper. So £1,500 a month sort of allows, on average, for some cheaper trips, and then some more luxury, more expensive ones. I don't think I'd spend more than that, but I've upped the budget a lot because, you know, I'm also the kind of person, I'm very motivated and driven by treating people and treating my friends. And, you know, if we want to go away on these trips, like a lot of my motivation is I want to be able to treat my girlfriend and I want to be able to take her to these nice hotels. So travel's big for me. If you like to travel, literally, guys, look at hotels you plan to stay in. Work out how much you realistically think it's going to cost you. Look at your previous holidays, right? And look at how much they cost. Or even screw that, actually. Go and look at nice holidays. Say you want to go to Cuba. Type in Cuba for 2 weeks. See how much it costs you. Find the hotel you want and say, okay, it's going to cost me £2,000. Let's say you want to travel every 2 months for a 2-week holiday. That's £2,000 every 2 months, which is £1,000 a month. Write it in there. If you don't like travel, don't write it in there. But this is a whole lifestyle here. This isn't just your dream, you know, living like a millionaire in the house or in a car. Like, you want everything. Like, you want balance as well. If you like travel, have it. If you don't, and you want it in a nicer house or whatever, do that. I'm not sharing mine with you to say like you've got to do what I do. Definitely not. Everyone's motivated by different things. For me, at this current point in my life, I'm not really too fussed about having a Rolls Royce. I mean, they look lovely, but you know, a 300 grand car, I'm not really motivated by that. An R8, on the other hand, I'm massively motivated by that. So everyone's different. Everyone's different. Some people are massively homebirds, don't like travel. Do your own, work it out, take a look. But another thing quickly before we go into some of the other stuff, I want you to really be specific here. Find trips that you want to go on. Find the exact car you want. Go on insurance websites and actually look at like taking out the policy, but don't take it out, obviously. See how much it's going to cost you. Find the exact house. What are the rent payments? What are the mortgage payments? Take a look and do it, right? Be specific. So a few other boring things on here. I'm not going to go too much into detail about this, but I've got clothes, gifts and things like that. Realistically, I'm not the biggest into anything like that. I don't buy loads of stuff for myself. I don't buy loads of clothes. I don't really buy much tech, to be honest. I've chucked 500 quid a month on that. Now that's massively over exaggerating. Like, no way on earth would I spend £6,000 a year on that kind of stuff. But you know, let's say we move into a new house and I want a 50-inch telly. Well, that might set me back £3,000 or £2,000. And then the rest of the year I might spend £100 a month on it. So it works out even. Only over exaggerate. If you want to live in abundance, put these things in there. Over exaggerate. Next, social life. For me, social life is very, very important. But where I live right now, I live with my partner. I'm super amazingly close and blessed to have her, very close with her. We do cool stuff, but when I'm talking about social life, you know, if you've got this nice house, you know, I don't think we'd be going out every night to eat, but we do like going out for food. So that's one thing included in there, is maybe once a week going out for a meal. And then other things included in social life are things like when I go back home to see my friends, or if I want to meet up with any guy, like, you know, any of my online business friends, things like that. Social life's included in all of that stuff. 250 quid a month on social life is a lot of money, because I can go months on end without doing anything sometimes, just because I'm a massive home bird. You know, I'm into just me and my girlfriend, it's, you know, we're just into chilling and watching films, and me and my mates, like, we might go on a night out every now and again, but that's maybe once every couple of months. We're not doing it all the time. So 250 quid a month is probably, again, over exaggerated for social life, but again, I keep saying it, over push it rather than underdo it. Self-education. You know the importance of self-education. You're here right now, you're watching this video, you're learning. Self-education is massively important, and more so than just learning free, investing in yourself, investing in courses and coaches is literally transformed my business. I couldn't have got to where I am today, and I won't be able to get to where I want to be if I don't continue to invest in myself. So I've put £1,000 a month in self-education, and realistically, am I going to be buying a £1,000 course every month? Probably not. Probably not, to be completely honest. But what I might do is, every 6 months, I might spend £4 and go to some cool mastermind event. I might go to the 10X Growth Con. I might go to a Tony Robbins event. So I might not spend loads up front, but on average over the year, it's probably a realistic expectation to spend over 10 grand a year on self-education. Again, is that a necessity for me? Do I absolutely need it? Well, if I'm living like this and I want to stay living like this, my knowledge has got me to that point, so maybe I could do alright without spending that much money. But I want a life of abundance. I want to be able to do what I want with my money. I don't want to limit anything behind, so I've put that on there. Realistically, I'm probably nowhere near going to spend that. Probably nowhere near, but I've put it on anyway. And then finally, health. You know, health is very important. I've neglected it loads over the past few months. I'm not denying it to you. I've been focusing so hard on my business and outsourcing it and getting clients, my personal brand, that, you know, and traveling and all this stuff, that I've sort of neglected my health. I've put on some weight and it's not good. That does need to change, especially long term. And I know that at the end of the day, what's wealth and money if you don't take care of yourself? Like, there's no point being the richest person in the graveyard. You need to take care of yourself, and I know that. So I've put £250 a month on health. So, you know, this could be things like supplements, a gym membership, you know, maybe going to a chiropractor and getting your back sorted out, all that kind of good stuff. I put £250 a month, which leads to a total of everything. There might be a few things that I've missed out, like general boring life expenses, like, you know, boring stuff like council tax and all that kind of stuff. But because I've been so over generous on some of these figures that I've put here, I've sort of encountered that all in to be included into it, because there's probably not much that I've missed out on. And that is a total. So the whole point of this video is to just prove to you, you don't need to be a millionaire to live like a millionaire. Bear in mind, I've got a £1.6 million house, 3-car garage, rooms inside that, 6-bedroom house, pool, jacuzzi, huge kitchen, living area, games room, all this stuff, right? I'm spending £1,500 a month on travel and holidays and going nice places. I've got an Audi R8, a really, really nice car, my dream car. You know, I'm spending loads of money on my social life, on all this other cool stuff, self-education. The monthly total, right, is £14,500. £14,500 grand a month. Okay, so not 100 grand a month, which is almost like, you know, about $1 million a year. 14,500 grand a month. Now, obviously, that's going to be money that I'm going to have to spend. Now, because of the tax brackets here in the UK, and I'll be in the 40-50% tax bracket, what that means is I'm going to have to pay like 50% tax. So for me, I've worked it out after tax and all that stuff. It's roughly pre-tax total of 26 grand a month. So into my business, I need to be making and then paying myself £26,000 a month. Now, £26,000 a month is a lot of money, don't get me wrong. But if you consider £26,000 compared to like £100,000 is 25% cheaper than $1 million a year. And all of a sudden, you've got a really nice house, you're living in abundance, you know, healthy foods, travel, Audi R8, everything that you could ever have dreamed of for £26,000 a month pre-tax and only 14,500 after tax. Now, we need to wrap your head around that and break it down into a few things, because let's say right now you're earning 3 grand a month, which here in the UK, 3 grand a month is a good amount of money. Let's say you've got it in business or whatever. All you need to do is figure out how to essentially 5x your income or 10x your income. 5 to 10x times your income, you can have all of this. If you consider that, you haven't got to become a millionaire, you've only got to figure out how to make what you're doing now 5 times over in your entire lifetime. That's it, and then you can live like this. Does that seem realistic to you guys? Like, for me, it definitely does. It's weird because the past couple of months have been absolutely fantastic for me in business, and obviously just because I've started coming into some good money now in my business and everything, I'm not going to go out and buy the R8 right now. I'm not going to go and buy this, you know, get locked into a 25-year bloody mortgage right now. I'm not going to spend £1,500 a month on travel right now. I'm investing in my business still. I've got all other stuff to focus on. I'm saving up for a house and all this other stuff. So the thing is, I'm not going to go and do all of this right now. But 26 grand per month is really not that far away from me right now. That's really not that far. Bear in mind, this is, again, pre-tax. 26 grand a month before tax is not that far away from me now. It's a few £1,000s a month away from what I'll earn this month. I may even, to be fair, I may even hit it this month. I'd have to do really good, but but still, anyway, my point is, I'm only a few grand away from being able to live my dream lifestyle, everything I've ever wanted. In my current situation, I'm only a few grand away from actually being able to live on my own. This isn't including, by the way, my partner's income. My partner's a nurse, she earns good money. She's gonna be paying some of the bills too. She's gonna be paying for some of the holiday stuff. She's gonna be paying for some of the food. I've included that I'm paying for everything here, for everything. I'm not including my partner's income, my partner when she gets pay rises, all this other stuff. I'm not including any of that, right? So if we want, technically speaking then, if we wanted to, right now I could go out and do some of this stuff right now if I wanted to. Now, would I get approved for the mortgage? No. Would I be allowed insurance on an R8? I've been driving for a few months. No. But my point is, you're really not that far away. You're closer than you think. Now, I want you to do that in your current situation. I want you to work it out. Go away, find the exact house, find the exact car. Find how much you want to spend a month on education. How much do you want to spend a month on food? How much do you want to spend a month on travel, on clothes? If clothes is important to you, chuck it on there. If you spend 100 quid a month on bloody Xbox game cards, and you spend £1,000 a month on your Xbox and downloading coins, and you want to, let's say you want to put 5k a month into Bitcoin, bloody put it on there. But go out and work out how much it's going to cost you to live your dream lifestyle, because I promise you, it's not as far away as you think. Now, one thing I will say before I end out this video is, this is like a big goal. Like, the thing is, maybe when I reach that goal, I may look for the 10 million pound home. Realistically, in this area that I live in, there is literally no homes like that, just because of how cheap the cost of living is, even for these really luxurious houses. But let's say in 5 years, I may think, I dream of all this other stuff, right? But right now, like, that is my big, like, long, if I only ever had that for the rest of my life, I would have achieved, financially and like lifestyle wise, maybe not career wise, but like, and like achievement wise, but lifestyle wise and everything, and financially, I would have achieved everything I ever could have dreamed of and more when I hit that goal, right? I'm 23. By the time I'm 30, the chances are I will be well above that, well above this, right? And I want you to picture that too. How old are you guys watching this right now? You've got a lot of time, you're only young, a lot of you. Even if you're 40, 50, 60, like, you're still young, you've got so much time, so much time. I'm going to put something as well on screen now to sort of motivate you a little bit, and I want to do a whole other video on this topic another time. But this on screen right now is my earnings, just I think like 18 months ago, working at my job before I went back to university. That was my earnings, £3,992 over the space of 5 months. So in 5 months, I earned £3,992 working full-time, in a job I hated, working shift work, like being miserable, spending no time with my partner, never seeing my friends, never being able to go home because I was always committed to working this job, working for someone else, like breaking my balls. I hated it so much. And I earned that money. And then now I'm fortunate enough that I was able to earn a lot more than that. This video isn't about me. I'm not trying to brag, like, I'm not like that. My point is here to just sort of motivate you. That was 18 months ago. Now I'm sitting here talking that I'm not too far away from living my ultimate dream lifestyle. That was like just over 12 months ago. So you guys might think it's far away, but I promise you, you're closer than you think. Then one final thing to sort of round off this video. That is my dream, ultimate dream lifestyle. Like I said, if I never achieved anything else financially, I'll be well living above my means, like super just happy and really grateful, right? I never could ever have wanted anything more than that. That's like my ultimate dream lifestyle. So what else I've gone and done is create another one, like a shorter term, maybe within the next 12 to 18 months to 2 years, a lifestyle that, you know what, I could like literally be very happy with, but maybe I don't need the abundance of everything else. And I've sort of called this my shorter term dream lifestyle. And the only things I've really supplemented here is literally, I've supplemented to a cheaper house. So rather than a £1.6 million house, I went for a 600,000 house. Again, where I live, a 600,000 pound house here is literally like a £5 million house in London. You can get 5 bedroom, no, like 6, 7, 8 bedroom detached house, garage, like acres of land, all sorts of stuff for that price up here. And then I've also substitute, a couple grand off of things like self-education, social life, taking it all down. My monthly total for that turns out to actually just be 8 grand a month. Now, £8,000 a month, which is after tax, which means before tax, I'd have to earn about 15 grand. Now, 15 grand a month, guys, like, I'm doing that now. So if I wanted to, I could live this lifestyle, I wouldn't say comfortably, but like, I could have more than I ever needed, you know, spend all my money on travel, get the R8. Bear in mind that still includes the R8, like get the £600,000 house right now and still have a few grand a month in my bank to play around with, plus my girlfriend's income, right? So I want you guys to go away as well and maybe just have a really long-term one like that and then maybe a short-term one for the next sort of, you know, 12 to 36 months to sort of aim towards. Anyway, I hope that helped. I'm losing my voice massively. I need to stop talking. This video's already gone on way too long. But I hope you found some value in it. This video, although I was showing you a lot of sort of my goals, this video wasn't about my goals. I sort of wanted to show you the way I've done it, to break it down. And even, to be honest, I want to be transparent with you. I want to show you my goals. And it's quite good for me because, you know, imagine if in a few years' time I go in and end up buying the house that I've showed you. You know, it'd be quite an achievement for me. I'm also making myself accountable. But the main reason I've made this video is for you guys, like, just to show you, you're not that far away. All you have to do, go away, really plan it, and figure out what your dream lifestyle does. And then from there, I'm gonna make another video on this another day. You need to just become an expert of how you plan your goals, because, you know, if you fail to plan, you're basically planning to fail, right? You need to make sure you've got a solid plan on how you're going to achieve this. And once you found out that dream cost of living, and like I said, you only realise that you're maybe 4 or 5 times your current income away from getting it, all of a sudden it doesn't seem like, oh, I need to be a millionaire to have all this stuff, and all of a sudden it seems a lot more achievable. Anyway, hope that helped, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Got a brand new video coming tomorrow. Subscribe if you are new, turn on those notifications, leave a comment below, and I'll catch you in the next one.